Hi air sign, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your general love reading spread for May 28th to June 3rd, 2018. Sorry if I look like a mess. Been up a little late, but let's go ahead and get into this and see what's coming out for you. I've got a lot of cards popping around for you. And I will try to have the Vimeo extended link too. And this week I will do individually, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius too, in the extended so that it can be broken down for you, because somebody gave me a great suggestion about that. So, and I know I had mentioned it before and then forgot to do it the last time, so that's what we'll do. So without further ado, let's jump into things and see what we have going on for love for all my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. Aquarius I don't know. I've always wondered. With Sagittariuses and Aquariuses, I always wonder if it's supposed to be like an octopus or it's like an octopi. I don't even know if that's a thing. Sorry, ignore me right now. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please show me what messages you have for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for love. Please help me to bring forward the messages for their highest good and for those that need to hear them. You'll have to bear with me too. This is the Vice Versa Tarot deck, which I love because it's awesome, but I'm not that familiar with it yet, so I might have to look in the book. So sorry, y'all, but once I look in the book, intuitively I can pick up what it's trying to say to me, but I might not pick it up just from the card because I'm not quite that awesome yet. So let's see what's up. So the first card that we have for you here looks like it's the Hermit, but it's the back of the Hermit, the back side of this Hermit. So this means to me the current situation for a lot of you is that you have found the clarity that you were looking for. You've gone within, you've done some deep introspection, and this is you finding what you're looking for. Okay, I get it now. You know, it's kind of like that acknowledgement to the spirits or your spirit guides. Okay, I get it now. I surrender. Basically, you know, it's that feeling of surrendering to those promptings that you feel sometimes where you just have a random thought pop in your head that feels like intuition, or it feels like something that you go, I should follow what that says. And when you do, you find what you're looking for. So that's excellent. I feel like this is one person's energy here for this current situation. And then the second card that we have is the Moon. Again, this is that feeling of deep intuition, though, to me, not so much hidden secrets. It can be somebody who comes across very mysterious, because this is somebody who's way up in their spirituality a lot of the time, or way up in some mystery, like off in their own galaxy, I almost feel like. Because it's somebody who spends a lot of time in almost like in a higher plane, I guess, higher vibration type energy where somebody can be up in their head a lot. That's what I'm picking up here. This could definitely be water signs that y'all are dealing with. But the front, oh, just kidding. No, I'm not just kidding. I'm not just kidding. That's exactly what it's talking about. So there's probably somebody, it could be that you're dealing with water sign here, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I feel like, see, what was throwing me off here, I'll bring it to your attention since it's here. The front of this Moon card almost looks like the Star card, but it's not, because there's this eclipse going on here. Now, we are going into eclipse season here, coming up with this summertime, so what this is telling me here is that whatever this search has been, or this quest has been for you, it's coming to fruition in this season. Like, it's coming. You're at the dark end of the tunnel right now, but you can see the light. You know, the moon is not as bright as the sun, but it does illuminate. And so you can see it's just not that bright yet. You're getting toward that light at the end of the tunnel, though I feel like a lot of you have done a lot of deep work on yourselves, perhaps healing, but it's also minding your own, you know, staying out of perhaps the other party's business. I don't know who I'm picking this up for, but I'm picking that up pretty strong there for that. So this, I feel like, is one person's energy. The other person's energy here, yeah, we have a Four of Pentacles, and it looks like the, yeah, Knight of Cups, the back of the Knight of Cups. So somebody on this side It could be, again, a water sign. There is a lot of water energy. That maybe an earth sign. It could be any sign, obviously. This is some energy that we're picking up. But somebody is being incredibly stubborn about either denying their feelings, hiding their feelings, refusing to make an offer. This is somebody who's digging their heels in and being very, very stubborn, I feel like. This Four of Pentacles here is just like, this dude just looks like, well, what do you want? You know, it's that energy of like, oh, well, look who's coming to me. Kind of like, I don't get you at all. That annoys me. I'm sorry. No judgment, because I know that we can all embody this energy, but it's so closed off and kind of like haughty coming through to me, especially with this Knight of Cups right here. Because see, the front of this Knight of Cups is an inviting character. The back of this Knight of Cups, though, it's like riding off in the darkness in the middle of the night, taking off, trying to run away kind of energy. I feel like it's somebody who is incredibly like stubborn and refuses to see their wrongs or their contribution to things in whatever this dynamic is right here. Because with this person on this side, I feel like they've had to do a lot of figuring out things themselves. It's like it's you know, you can't just come and tell me what's going on. I have to spend all this time up in my head and in my intuition trying to decipher everything. I feel like, I don't know, it's frustrating. That might just be my feeling coming through here, but I feel like I feel incredibly frustrated by it. Like, why do I have to play this guessing game all the time? Because you can't open your mouth, because you just want to sit there and be like, well, this is the way I am, and this is the way I will always be type of, that's not fun. No, thank you. Okay, so then let's see the next card for this individual on this side. This is an energy of what it is that is coming toward them, or what they want to bring toward the other person. So here, yeah, we've got the back of the King of Cups. So there is love here. There are emotions here. We've got cups jumping out here on this, but the back of this King of Cups, I feel like, see, on the front of the King of Cups, he's at least facing you. Now, he's very stoic. The King of Cups is known for not being willing to give his emotions, you know, easily over to the other party. It's very difficult for them to show emotions because their emotions do go deep. But it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember this episode of Friends with Bruce Willis where he's dating Rachel and then she like gets him to open up about his childhood and then he's just sobbing and crying for the rest of like forever. I mean, it's that kind of a fear that comes through. It's like, if I open any gates, then the floodgates open and I won't be able to stop it. So it's somebody who kind of is afraid to give much on the way of emotions. Excuse me. But on the back side of this, I feel like this is more like, with a dolphin here, I definitely feel like, because dolphins are incredibly intuitive creatures too, I do feel like this is you. You know how this person feels. They not be admitting it to you. That might be what this Four of Pentacles stubborn ass energy is with this Knight of Cups with his back turned, is like they're not willing to tell you, but you know. You already know. That's the power now that you have in this situation, is this recognition that he is not going to give that. You know, he's even got his back turned to the idea. But it's so there. This dolphin's there like, yeah, you're right. It's there. He's there. It's here. This could even be his spirit guide being like, just know that it's there. I just need you to know that it's there right now. I know this person is stubborn as hell, but just know that it's there. I do feel like that's what this is saying for some of you. Pay attention to that intuition. If this is you over here, pay attention to that. Because this other person, yeah, this devil energy comes through right forward, right facing forward. They're right in the middle of this right now. So this is a struggle and a lesson that this person has to go through. It's an energy. You may be dealing with a Capricorn too, but I feel like there's a soul contract almost here. And you know it, or this person on this side knows it, and this person on this side doesn't want to know it. They don't particularly like it, but they can't do anything about it. And it kind of makes them angry. I feel like that's where this stubborn energy comes from. It's like it makes them angry, not because they don't care about you, Not because they don't love you, because there is love here, but it makes them angry because it's something constricting to them that they can like usually override things like that in their life. They can usually do the head over heart thing, but they can't because this is a spiritual bond. So they're like, why do I keep getting drawn back to this person that I don't even like right now? Not saying they don't like you, but it just makes them angry because they're stubborn asses. They don't like to say, oh, here are my emotions. Let me be vulnerable to you. No, this blocks that. This is a very strong energy of feeling entrapped, but it's also a lot of passion too. And that's where the problem comes in for them. It's like, you know, they're fighting themselves almost in that situation, I feel like. So then let's see what's going on with the blockages here. So the next card we have for you. Okay, so here we have the Four of Cups. Here we have the Four of Cups, but it's the back side of the Four of Cups. So on the front side of the Four of Cups, again, we have this kid that, you know, he's got all these cups that appear to be empty in front of him, and he's just not interested. Well, on the back side of that, there's the ship. So it's like, wait a second, he wasn't not interested in the cups so much as he was interested in the ship, what's off in the distance, where he wants to go in the long term. So I feel like part of the blockage here is that one of you is very aware where this can go in the long term on this side. This person is incredibly in their intuition. They see, again, the light at the end of the tunnel is this ship to take you to a completely different place together. You know, it's not on this shore sitting there staring at these cups anymore. There's a ship out there. Like, we could get to that ship. And so I feel like this person, the blockage that is to keep that in mind, that there's a bigger picture. There's a bigger picture. There's a bigger goal. We get caught up really quickly, especially when we love people, and I am not judging at all. This is something that we do get caught up very quickly in what's happening right now and why it hurts right now or what we're looking for right at the second, but not keeping that long-term picture in mind, because this long-term picture is what it's all about. There's a ship right there that is coming. Your ship is coming. And then the next card that we have for this person here. Okay, so yeah, we have the back of this Nine of Cups here. The front of the Nine of Cups, again, is somebody who I feel like is incredibly selfish. And I'm not judging this person. It's just somebody who's fighting this devil energy here that pulls them back and forth between, it's kind of a love-hate type thing. And so I feel like with the front of this, it's somebody who's on that selfish side. On the back of this, though, the Nine of Cups, as it pulls up, is they're starting to see the bigger picture about the wish. It's again, she's out here in the distance, like this ship is out in the distance, but it's attainable. And so I feel like that's what this person is starting to figure out as they're going through this struggle, you know, where they're digging in their heels. It's not that they're not paying attention. They want to feel like they're the one in the driver's seat. So because they want to feel that way, that's where they dig their heels in and don't show much, because they're figuring stuff out. This is, though, the back of that wish card here. Again, the wish still exists, and it's out there. It's just a little bit farther. That's what he's looking at from the balcony, is that's what's out there. So this is somebody who's starting to pay attention. Again, this is the blockage for them, so it's hard for them to keep that in perspective, but you'll notice that these energies are mirroring each other. Your blockage is keeping your eye on that ship, and their blockage is keeping their eye on that prize. So the more that you keep your eye on the ship, the more they will keep their eye on that prize. That's what this is saying to me, because it's such a mirror. And on the bottom of the deck here, we have the Sun card. So this is definitely something that says it's worth it, but you have to stay strong right now, because this energy is challenging. There is challenging energy going on here for you, air signs. And I'm not going to get so much into the signs that are showing up here for me, but I do want to pull a Romance Angels card for you too, just because I did break down and buy it, because it has been accurate, again, like I said before. And then I'll go into the extended and we'll look at each individual, you know, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius here. But please show me. I Romance Angels card of guidance and direction for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for love from May 28th through June 3rd, 2018. Spirit, please help me to be able to support your message for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for love for May 28th through June 3rd, 2018. Please show me the clearest messages for love for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Please show me the clearest messages for love for Gemini. Okay. Okay, so the card that pops out for you is healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, this does not necessarily mean your parents either. I feel like the healing family issues energy for me a lot of the times does come in when there's a very intuitive or spiritual connection between two people, because it's more like a spiritual, like what your spirit family, your spirit group, you know, whatever you believe in there as far as your soul group goes. But I feel like it can mean your immediate family, yes, your earthly family here, or the soul family as well. So some of you are dealing with somebody who there are karma issues, or there are issues that have been agreed upon between the two of you to overcome in this life for some of you. I know it might be heavy, but for some of you. And I feel like that is part of what it's doing, is this is a karmic process that you're going through, and this is a healing process at the end of all of that. For others of you, it can mean just literally there are dynamics that you have perhaps with parents or sibling relationships in your family that have affected how you view relationships or how you view things when it comes to romance and the dynamic in a romantic relationship. So there may be some things that need to be addressed as far as, you know, traumas from childhood or things like that that may be affecting, because it could be that this stubbornness energy comes in from somebody who dealt with perhaps a lot of chaos in the home, and so vulnerability is very, very difficult for that person too. So I feel like it's important, again, the message here to me feels like it's important to remember, if this person is like family to you, then the whole idea is to heal it, not to make it worse. Just work to heal that energy, and you will be helped through that process. There's a lot of spiritual energy coming through here. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the extended here after that, but I love y'all. I'll speak with you soon.